Hi, I go to an all-girls school in New Jersey. I'm a junior in high school. It's an extremely liberal school, and I have friends who openly talk about how they would never talk or associate themselves with people who vote for Trump. So I was wondering how you would suggest I get my opinion out there and have a conversation in that kind of environment.
Yeah, it's a difficult, especially in high school. High school is not known for being the most reasonable place on earth, you know? It's a little cliquey and a little catty, and so you might be out of luck, unfortunately, for the near future. But you bring up a great point, which is that they'll say, I don't know anyone who voted for Trump. I won't talk to anyone who voted for Trump. I'm going to unfriend you on Facebook if you voted for Trump. And there are studies about this. Leftists unfriend conservatives and block conservatives on social media 3 times as much as conservatives do that to lefties. Jonathan Haidt studied this a few years ago, and it was even reported in the New York Times, which is that conservatives understand the left-wing point of view. Conservatives understand lefties, but lefties don't understand conservatives, because conservatives view the world in different categories, in more categories, whereas the left has a more narrow view of the world. So what I would recommend to you, a high school junior, surrounded by all of these other high school juniors, is you've got to treat those little children like children. You have to be the adult, and you have to treat them like children. I don't mean that you have to smack them around and like punch them in the face. That is not what good parents generally do. They don't like torture their kids, but they have to be a little firm. They have to be loving. They don't love their countrymen on the left. They think they're deplorable and irredeemable, but we should love our country. I do love my countrymen, and I want them to do better and see the world better and have a better life, because they look miserable all the time, don't they? They're shrieking and they're shouting and they wear those ridiculous hats and they yell profanities all the time. And when Donald Trump was elected, that woman in the video that was going around and said, no, it was so delicious. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted here. We have to do that. You need patience. You need a saintly patience, and you have to not be afraid. Unfortunately, when you have an environment that toxic, when you have a leftist culture that toxic, and it's that cultish, by the way, where they say, we won't associate unless you're in our group, we won't talk to you, that means you're going to lose friends. And that's sad. That's a really sad thing. But the truth above all things, and it's, you're attending lectures at the University of Pennsylvania as a junior in high school, so you're probably fairly mature yourself, and I bet you can handle it.